I request CA Chandan Kumar Hegde, President, to escort our chief guest, Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Basavaraj Bommai, onto the dais. I also request Chandan Kumar Hegde to escort our keynote speaker, Dr. R. Balasubramaniam, Member HR Capacity Building Commission, Founder SVYM and Gram Mysore, onto the dais. And also our guest of honor, CA Venkat K. Narayana, CEO of the Prestige Group, onto the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause.
I also request CA Vijay Kumar M. Patel, Treasurer, CA Sujata G. Secretary, CA Pramod Srihari, Vice President and Chairman, Conference Committee, CA Shiv Prakash Viraktamat, Joint Secretary, CA Praveen S. Shetter, Convener, Conference Committee, to join the dignitaries on the dais.
Welcome, sirs. I request CA Chandan Kumar Hegde, President KSCA, to welcome our chief guest, our keynote speaker and guest of honor, with a book. Welcome, sir, to the 34th KSCA Annual Conference.
ಕಾಯಕವೇ ಕೈಲಾಸ. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸದಿಂದಲೇ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಪೂಜಿಸುತ್ತೀವಿ. To symbolize this dedication, let us start this journey of expanding beyond boundaries by an invocation song. I request Srimati Ranjini BV to grace this August conference.
Shri. Before we proceed with invoking God's blessings, we ask CA Chandan Kumar Hegde to present a book as our welcome to our keynote speaker and our guest of honor. They say that flowers are temporary but written words are permanent. As a token of this, we present to you the book, sirs. Shri. We now proceed to the invocation song.
Shringapuradishwari, Shringapuradishwari Sharade, Shringapuradishwari Sharade, Shubhamangale Sarvabhishtaprade, Shringapuradishwari Sharade, Shubhamangale Sarvabhishtaprade, Shringapuradishwari, Shankara Sannute Shri Padmacharane, Shankara Sannute Shri Padmacharane, Sakala Chara Visharade Varade, Shankara Sannuta Shri Padmacharane, Sakala Chara Visharade Varade, Salahinnataye Samagana Priye, Salahinnataye Samagana Priye, Shringapuradishwari, ಕರುಣಿಸಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರುತಿಗತಿಗಳ ಮಾತೆ, ಕರುಣಿಸಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರುತಿಗತಿಗಳ ಮಾತೆ, ಕಮನೀಯ ಸಪ್ತ ಸ್ವರ ಸುಪೂಜಿತೆ, ಕಮನೀಯ ಸಪ್ತ ಸ್ವರ ಸುಪೂಜಿತೆ, ಕಾವ್ಯಗಾನ ಕಲಾ जननी काव्यगान कलास्वरूपिणी कामितदायिनी कल्याणी जननी शृङ्गपुराधीश्वरी शारदे शुभमङ्गले सर्वाभीष्टप्रदे शृङ्गपुराधीश्वरी 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 शारदे 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 शारदे.
Thank you, Srimati Ranjini BV, for invoking God's blessings for us.
ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗಪ್ಪ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಿರೋದು ನಮ್ಮ KCA ತಂಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪರಿಮಿತ ಖುಷಿ ತಂದಿದೆ. ನಾವಿರೋ CA ವೃತ್ತಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಅಪರಿಮಿತ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಅಪರಿಮಿತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮ 34ನೇ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನದ ಹೆಸರು ಅಪರಿಮಿತ. ಈ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಐ ನೌ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ CA Chandan Kumar Hegde, the force behind the conference, President of KCA, to present the welcome address.
ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳೇ, ಈ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ CAಗಳ ಮೇಲಿನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಈ ಆ್ಯನ್ಯುವಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ತಮಗೆ ಕೃತಜ್ಞನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಮತ್ತು ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹಾರ್ದಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇಂದಿನ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಭಾಷಣಕಾರರಾಗಿ ಇರುವ ಹೆಸರಾಂತ ಭಾಷಣಕಾರರು ಶ್ರೀ DR ಬಾಲಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯಂ, ಮೆಂಬರ್ HR, ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್, ಇದರ ಫೌಂಡರ್ SVYM ಮತ್ತು GRAAM ಮೈಸೂರು. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಟೀಜ್ ಗ್ರೂಪಿನ CEO ಶ್ರೀ ವೆಂಕಟ್ ಕೆ ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಅವರು. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹಾರ್ದಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Very good morning to all friends from the profession, professional colleagues, past presidents, mentors, our team KCA and delegates. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the flagship program of Karnataka State Chartered Accountant Association's the 34th annual conference, theme being Aparimita, Elleyannu Meeri. KCA is an association of 3,500 plus chartered accountants. With all the support from previous committees and members, this organization is one of the biggest association formed in the year 1957, having a rich heritage. KCA has been proactively conducting webinars, seminars, boot camps, Ask an Expert series in question and answer format, KSCA short series by conducting short sessions, sports and cultural events. Eloquent professionals meet to create leaders and public speakers. If this not enough, KCA has been very vocal in voicing the opinion, grievances and other issues concerning the stakeholders. Team KCA has made many representations filed before various ministers and authorities. We have made it a point to get the timing of the representation right to ensure that it serves the purpose and respond quickly to meet the requirement of the stakeholders. Many such representations have been favorably considered and appreciated by the public at large. Dear participants, if you want different results, you have to try different approaches. We should grow limitless Aparimita Elleyannu Meeri by overcoming the shortcomings. we need to really appreciate the Chief Minister, who is also holding finance portfolio, for his maiden state budget, wherein he focused on financial discipline by limiting the fiscal deficit. To help all the participants to achieve new heights in their professional life, we have carefully designed this conference to address newer challenges that we are all facing. I am sure this annual conference will foster the change for growth, the change for future, and the change for better professional and personal life. ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಿನಂತಿ, ಈಗ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲ. ಅದರ ತಮ್ಮ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತರುವುದು, ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗಮನ ಹರಿಸಿ, ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗಮನ ಹರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. ಹಾಗೂ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಏನಾದರೂ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಆದ್ರೂ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲರ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕುವಂಥದ್ದು ತಾವು ಮಾಡಬಾರದೆಂದು ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಿನಂತಿ. Dear delegates, we are happy to release souvenir and book by title Simplified Handbook on GST Refund Procedure by Shri Annapurna Kabra and CA Raghavendra TN. The detailed overview of the conference will be presented by the Chairman of the Conference Committee, CA Pramod Srihari, Vice President of the KCA. KCA has spent tremendous amount of time in bringing various sponsors on board on this conference. We acknowledge their generous contribution to the KCA events and request you all to spend some quality time at their stalls and make best out of it. ಹಾಗೂ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮನವಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನಮಗೆ KCA ರೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ತಾವೊಂದು CA ಸೈಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ನಮ್ಮ ವೆಲ್ವಿಷರ್ಸ್, ಡೋನರ್ಸ್ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ನಾವೊಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ತಯಾರಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅದು ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೂ ಉಪಯೋಗ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ. ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮನವಿಯನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you, sir. I now request CA Pramod Srihari, Vice President and Chairman, Conference Committee, to give a brief overview of the conference.
Good morning, dignitaries on the dais, Shri Basavaraj Bommai sir, Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka and the Chief Guest for this inauguration, Dr. R. Balasubramaniam, Member, HR Capacity Building Commission, Government of India, and founder of Shri Vivekananda Youth Movement and Gram Mysore, who is also the keynote address for this inauguration. Guest of honor for this session, our own fellow member, CA Venkat K. Narayana, Chief Executive Officer of Prestige, the office bearers of the association, my fellow professionals, a warm welcome to the 34th KSCAA Annual Conference themed Aparimita. When we were in the drawing rooms to design this conference named Aparimita, we drew it in the lines of what E.M. Foster says. It makes difference, doesn't it? Whether we are fenced ourselves or whether we are fenced by the barriers of others. This conference will ignite the new possibility, new opportunity, new prosperity to come. So there are no conventional topics. The conference is divided is running for 2 days, and it is divided into 6 technical sessions with 3 special sessions after this inauguration. In addition to those sessions, we have caricature artists who are around this location. You're always welcome to go there, get the art done, and see how beautiful you look. We have 2 publications. One is a souvenir which is getting released, which is a bind of all the conferences, what happens today and tomorrow, which is bound and given to you, and it will also be released on this stage in some time. And we have a book which is on the name Simplified Handbook on GST Refund Procedures, written by a renowned chartered accountant, CA Annapurna Kabra, and CA Raghavendra TN, and co-authored by CA Raghavendra TN. Please do visit the stalls. The stalls are our sponsors. They have some amazing product. You may like it as well. Now, after this session, we have the first technical session, which will be by CA Dr. N. Suresh on the topic recent changes in taxation and FCRA related to charitable or religious trust and institutions. After this, we break for lunch. And the second technical session is on practice of arbitration and mediation, innate strengths of chartered accountants, by Shri M. Dhyan Chinnappa, designated senior advocate, additional advocate general of state of Karnataka. This is also a very interesting topic and an upcoming topic for all the chartered accountants. After which we have the third technical session on the same day, which is a panel discussion on a very interesting topic known as business succession, role of chartered accountants, which will be moderated by Sonu Besin, a renowned author, and the panelists are CA Sanjay Chakraborty from Mumbai and Shri Arjun Ranga, Managing Director of N. Rangarao and Sons Private Limited. After this, we have the first special session for the day, which is Streamline Audit and Financial Process with Data Automation by Shri J. Sridharan. After this special session, we break for tea and come back for the fourth technical session, which is again a panel discussion on a very, very upcoming topic, which is on cryptocurrency, moderated by the topic name is The Future of Digital Assets in India, Crypto and Beyond, moderated by CA Sachin BP. The panelists are CA Sandeep Junjunwala, CA Ravi Jagannathan, and Shri Matthew Chako. He's an advocate. And we have the next interesting session, which we call as Zealous CAs, Transcending and Beyond. Come, let us hear to their stories of success. Let's see the sneak peek of who they are, which will be moderated or facilitated by CA PR Suresh. And the Zealous CAs are four of them. One is an industrialist, CA FR Singhvi. One is a senior advocate, CA V Raghuraman. And we have two artists who are renownedly known as Tiruchur brothers. They are CA Shri Krishna Mohan and CA Ram Kumar Mohan. With this, we end the day with all the sessions. Tomorrow we again meet for the breakfast. And the suite there is sponsored by, in the memory of CA Ganasagara CA S. Krishna Swami, by his students of Krishna Swami, well-wishers and the family. In his memory, we have the next special session by a very eminent author, who is Sri J. Sai Deepak from New Delhi, on the topic Bharat to India to Bharat. After which we have the fifth technical session, which is a panel discussion, Watching the Watchman. We all have been watched very frequently with an eagle's eye. The topic is Watching the Watchman, Changing Role of Auditors, moderated by CAV Pattabhiram. And the panelists there are CA MP Vijay Kumar, CA Mohan Lavi, and Dr. Prateek Raj from IIM Bangalore. We break for lunch tomorrow after that. And the sixth session, which is the last session, is Search, Seizure and Survey Actions, Income Tax, GST Law and Economic Offences, moderated by CA Sanjay Dariwal. And the panelists are Shri Uday Holla, who is a senior advocate, Shri A. Shankar, designated senior advocate, and Tarun Gulati from New Delhi. We break for tea, and finally we end the two-day conference with the valedictory session and the family entertainment. We have chief guest for the valedictory session, who is Shri V. Sunil Kumar, Honorable Minister for Energy, Kannada and Culture, Government of Karnataka. And guest of honor is Shri Shashidhar Adappa B., a very renowned art director. And then followed by a grand entertainment and family dinner. Seeing the audience, I only can quote what Purandaradasa said 400 years ago. Anubhavada adugeya madi, anubhavigali bandu nivella koodi. Let us join this conference. Let us listen to the experts and enjoy. I hope you will have a presentable experience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the overview. We are all looking forward to the interesting sessions. ದೀಪದಿಂದ ದೀಪ ಬೆಳಗುವಂತೆ ಇಂದು ಒಬ್ಬರಿಂದ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಹರಡಲಿ. ಈ ದೀಪ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಒಂದುಗೂಡಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಅಪರಿಮಿತ ಶಾಂತಿ ತರಲಿ.
Let us begin this event on an auspicious note with the lighting of the lamp. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp. I request all the delegates to kindly rise for the lighting of the lamp.
Thank you everyone. You may all be seated. I request our chief guest, Shri Basavaraj Bommai, Honorable CM of Karnataka, to present a memento to Srimati Ranjini BV for invoking God's blessings for us. A huge round of applause for Srimati Ranjini BV.
ನನಗೆ ಜನರನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಮಾತನಾಡೋದು ರೂಢಿ ಇದೆ. ಜನ ಕಾಣದೇ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತು ಬರಲ್ಲ. My apologies to those little flowers. 34ನೇ KSCA ಅಪರಿಮಿತ ಆ್ಯನ್ಯುವಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನರ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಬಾಲಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ ಅವರೇ, ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಮೈಸೂರು, ವೆಂಕಟ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್, CEO ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ಚಂದನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಹೆಗಡೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು KSCA, ಪ್ರಮೋದ್ ಶ್ರೀಹರಿ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು, ಸುಜಾತ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಯರು ಹಾಗೂ KSCAದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ವ ಸದಸ್ಯರೇ, ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳೇ, ನೆರೆದಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯ ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಅಣ್ಣ ತಮ್ಮಂದರೆ, ಅಕ್ಕ ತಂಗಿರ, ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಅಂತ. Because most of the difficult questions we have to face with a chartered accountant. Second, he is second wife. And the role of the second wife is to know what we have spent without the knowledge of first wife. ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಮನ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಭಾಳ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಮೆನ್. That's how we have got different kind of chartered accountant. ನಮ್ಮ ಫಾದರ್ಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದರು. ಇದು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಷದ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡ, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಮಾಡು, ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆ ಥರನೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು, ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನೀವು? ನಾವು ಯು ಆರ್ ಆನ್ಸರಬಲ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರಬಲ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಟಚ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫೈಲ್, ಟು ಹೆಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು. ಹಿಂಗೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ದೇಶದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಎಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಾಕೆ ಸಸ್ಟೇನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 2-3 ಕಾರಣಗಳಿವೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇದು, ours is a saving society, not spending society. Western society is a spending society. Therefore, we see the number of banks going bankruptcy in the West, it is much more than in any part of the Eastern world. And savings at all levels. Second one is the aspiration of the people who move the economy is not very high. The bottom of the pyramid, who are the real movers and shakers of economy, the hardcore farmers and laborers, these are the people who move economy. Of course, capital is necessary, but capital is not everything. To convert the capital into a physical asset, that conversion, who makes it is more important. For example, I am a chief minister, I can sanction 100 kilometers of road. I might sanction it, I might give money, but that will not move the economy. In the scorching heat, when that labor puts the asphalt or a tar on it, then only the road is made, then vehicle moves and economy moves. So now who is more important? So the so-called people who think that the capitalists are moving this economy is totally under wrong impression. The people whose life, the standard of their life is not up to the average Indian, they are moving the economy. But for them, be it in the factory, be it in the site, be in the mine, wherever you see, and their aspiration is just too mouthful of food, at the most a small house, and if somebody is little educated, they want their children to be educated. Therefore, since that whole ecosystem is not really pushing them up, the motivation is very less. Man should be hungry in the sense not by food. A man should be hungry to grow. A satisfied man can't contribute to this world. A hungry man only can contribute to this world. Therefore, we have to take care the bottom of the pyramid. Their aspirations has to be met. And why I am telling you, it has nothing to do with that. After all that, it comes to you. What I want the chartered accountants is to look into this angle in your balance sheets. You should look into the labor content. What is the work output they have done and what they have received? And what is the ratio? And if the profits are more, you should tell them, do welfare for these people. then only your industry will survive. Then only your business will survive. You have to have that humanitarian angle in your balance sheet, which is not there. You are fully immersed in figures, rightly so. But figures will not take up higher places for a long time. The inclusiveness, what we call, is this. A human angle should be there in business. That's why how I think, I just want to share. Normally, economics ಅಂದರೆ ಲಾಭ ನಷ್ಟ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನೇ ನೋಡೋದು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಲೈನ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಲಾಸ್. ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಪಾಪ ಪುಣ್ಯ. ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪಾಪ ಪುಣ್ಯ. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಎಕಾನಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಪ ಪುಣ್ಯ ನೋಡೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಲಾಸನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ. They are all paradoxical. It is totally paradoxical. But whenever we see the things in paradoxical, the new thought process will come. If Papa Punya Bandre, automatically what we call humanity, human angle will automatically come there, and that goodwill will come. And through goodwill we can achieve anything in this world. Goodwill is a bigger word than profit. ಏನು ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಲಿ, ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವಕ್ಕೆ, ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಜಾಬ್, ನೀವು ಬರೀ ಆ ಕಂಪ್ನಿದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮನ್ನು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಒಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಲೆಕ್ಕಾಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುವ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ the great history of chartered accountants in India, right from pre-independence day, you have got such a big heritage, big such a lineage you have got, and their achievements are so good. Because of chartered accountants, there is accountability in government, in business. There is banking system in this world, but for chartered accountant, banking system would not been there. Just imagine any banker without any accounts, how can he run a bank? Not only his accounts, his clients' accounts also he should know. Therefore, chartered accountant role is very big. Even housewife is a chartered accountant according to me. ಈ ಸಾಸಿವೆ ಜೀರಿಗೆ ಡಬ್ಬಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಉಳಿಸಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯಿನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಸಾಸಿವೆ ಡಬ್ಬಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಳ್ಳಾಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಶಬ್ದ ಕೇಳ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಈಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು. ನೀವು 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 100-200 ಉಳಿಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ವಿ ಸಿ. ಒಂದು ಸೆಮಿನಾರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಜೀರಿಗೆ ಡಬ್ಬೆ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. We had made analysis, it was quite interesting. So what is the cost of funding? What is the recovery rate? ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ನವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Only little savings ಅಷ್ಟೇ. But in the hours of crisis, this comes very handy. So, lot of small things adds up and do a big thing. Chartered accountants, ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಆ ಚಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಇರೋದರಿಂದ ಭಾಳ ಮಹತ್ವವಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ದ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಗ್ಡೆ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ನಾವು ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸು, ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಪ್ಸ್ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ವಿದೌಟ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕೀ ನಡೀತದ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾನು ಲೇಬರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ನೋ, ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ವಿದೌಟ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗಿರಾಕಿ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೈನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗಿರಾಕಿ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೈನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೈನಿಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೈನನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗೃತವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇವನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲೂ, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾವ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಇದು ಅಂತ. ಸಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟು ನೇಮ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ನೇಮ್ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗುಡ್. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ದ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ of accounting systems is very important, and I must say, and I must congratulate the chartered accountant and its associations that you have done impeccable job and the credibility is very high. You have to earn the credibility with your client as well as with the department. Matte lot of youngsters are coming, both in business and chartered. They have got a new thinking, and they are people in a hurry. They want to achieve big things in a small time, unlike previous times. Therefore, that pace of accounting should improve. ನನಗೆ ನೆನಪಿದೆ, ನಾವು ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ತಾಸುಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇವನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ದ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಇನ್ ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆನ್ಸಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ವಿತ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪೇಸ್. ಯು ಚರ್ನ್ ಔಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್, ದೆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಹೈ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟು, you have earned a name for yourself, and lot of suggestions come from the associations, and I welcome it. You are in the field, you know the problems. Ultimately, the taxation is on certain principles. First is, the taxation should be purposeful. For what purpose it is? The taxation should be affordable. The taxation should be equitable. And the last is, taxation should be accountable. ಈ 4 pillars ಮೇಲೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ನಿಂತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ 4 ಪಿಲ್ಲರ್ಸನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಮೇಕರ್ಸು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಎಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಶುಡ್ ಫಾಲೋ. ಆವಾಗ there will be a very, very good ecosystem. This is my experience. I have seen taxation idರಲ್ಲಿ as a finance minister, otherwise also I have been a key in finance student also. I have seen that almost 70-75% people are honest and they just pay tax without even notices. But there are some 20-25% still, however the law is made, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಂಗೋಲಿ ತೆಳಗೆ ನುಸುಳಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ರಂಗೋಲಿ ತೆಳಗೆ ನುಸುಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸೋದು ಮೇನ್ ಕೆಲಸ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಏನು ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ದಿ ಇಂಜುನಿಟಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್. ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಗೂ ಹೊಳೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಜಿ ಎಸ್ ಟಿ ಬಂತು, ಜಿ ಎಸ್ ಟಿ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ There are few companies opened up, hundreds of companies, and ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಮುಚ್ಚಿಬಿಟ್ರು. So we had to go after them and really raid them and do all. Arbitration, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿ, now the arbitration is taking a new shape in the entire country. Arbitration is getting more recognition than ever before, and we are getting new laws into arbitration. Therefore, the future will be more of arbitration, because lot of cases to settle it takes so much of time. Hence, arbitration is a very mid path where both departments, customers, and chartered accountants can look forward. Hence, in future, to settle a lot of things. And new laws will be there also. Here also, we are making new laws, and international arbitration will be the order of the day in near future. Therefore, we are going to have a very big arbitration centers in all metros, and lot of department, tribunals, judges will sit together and finalize a lot of other things. So it's going to take a new shape altogether. Arbitration is going to take a new shape altogether, and that's part of it has been begun, and the rest will be there very soon. I am in GST Council. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆಸಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. And I am heading a group of ministers where inverse taxation and ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ರೀಲುಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. So I have got lot of interaction with different business associations and chartered accountants of different states also. So lot of they have come out with a very good idea where it is a win-win situation for GST as well as for the customers. So we are also looking forward for ease of doing business, ease of taxation, and ease of compliance. So lot of reforms are going to come. Tax reforms are there, technical reforms are also there. So please look forward for a very business friendly taxation methods in future, and country has to grow. Therefore, taxation is the major source, and we have to bring in efficiency in tax administration. That's what I am trying to do in Karnataka. When I took over, there was a shortage of 5,000 crores as per the target of the budget. Then I said, 5,000 making up is not a big thing, but we have to exceed our targets. And without any raids, without anything, I suggested 2-3 things to my officers. You just touch this business. You just touch this business. In that business, you please touch this firm. That's all I said. Others will follow. That's what happened. And we collected 16,000 crores, more than our target. Tax administration, there should be accountability for tax administration. That's what I am trying to do, and with the help of all you people. But for you people, taxation will not be, tax buoyancy will not be there. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳು ಕಳಕಳಿ, ಮತ್ತು half of the job you do, in fact, more than you convince the clients. This is how it is. You have to pay this, otherwise you will be difficulties. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, doing part of a government job. As well as I thank all the sincerity, hard work you put in. I know how difficult it is. ನನ್ನ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಅಕೌಂಟನ್ನು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡು. ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವೋಚರ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಡೀ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ರೆಡಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದು 3-4 ವೋಚರ್ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ನಿಂತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ನನಗೆ. ನಾನು 35 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಟ್ರೆಮೆಂಡಸ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕು, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್, ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ದೇರ್. Your profession has to be strengthened for the growth of the nation. Your profession has to be strengthened, your associations has to be strengthened. Then only the entire nation will have accountability and tax structured in place. So you are a very important clog in the wheel of progress. Therefore, I said two things. The third thing is chartered accountants. I said three things economy moves. So to know where we are moving, how much we are moving, we need you. For me, economy is not money. For me, economy is the people's activity. ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗಾದೆ ಇದೆ, ದುಡ್ಡೇ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ. ಕಾಲ ಬದಲಾಗಿದೆ. ದುಡ್ಡಿದ್ದವನು ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ದುಡಿಮೆಯೇ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ. ಸೊ ಬದಲಾಗ್ತಿರುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಾನೂನುಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ಸು, ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್ಸು ಯಾರು ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಎಥಿಕಲ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಆರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಥಿಕಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ. So it is one of the rare quality of the profession itself, and all the elders have paved the ways and youngsters are also following it. It's a great feeling, and probably I think someday will come where all the chartered accountants' contribution will be accounted in the name of the nation. Balance sheet balance ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಲೈಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ನೀವು ಸೇರಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಮೈ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು. ಐ ಆಮ್ ರೆಡಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ವಾಕ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು. ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ವಾಕ್ ಶೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಶೋಲ್ಡರ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for ensuring your support for our CA profession. ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳುವುದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ವಿಷಯ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗಿರುವ ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಖುಷಿಯಾಯಿತು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರತ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮನಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to also thank our past president KSCA, CA Dr. Venkatesh, for having our Chief Minister as our chief guest today. We now proceed to the book release and release of the souvenir. If I could request on the dais, Chairman of the Souvenir Committee, CA Chandrasekhar Shetty, CA Prabhava P. Shetty, CA Archana Sridhar, CA Satish M. EC member, onto the dais. I also request the authors of the publication, CA Annapurna Kabra, CA Raghavendra TN, for the release of the book. I also call on stage CA Raghavendra Puranik, Chairman of Publications Committee, CA Prasanna Hegde, Convener. We have now released the souvenir. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. It is the culmination of the work of all the speakers. Congratulations to the team. We are now releasing the book, Simplified Handbook on GST Refund Procedure by CA Annapurna Kabra and CA Raghavendra TN. Annapurna ma'am, if you could. This book is sponsored by CA Somashekar Hiremat.